who's God?
Who's God? All right. Do you believe in a God?
Of course I do.
Okay. We could talk about that if you want.
Yeah.
All right. First, got to get a sense of your confidence that a God exists. Say on a scale from 1 to 10.
10.
10.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
11.
11. All right. And what would you say is like the main reason why you believe that a God exists at
Well,
all?
because I think everything came from something, and this something is God. It is a simple explanation.
Everything came from something, and that something is God?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
It's a spirit. It's hard to comprehend by our mind. Who is that actually? But,
Okay. Just so I
well,
can keep track of things here.
kind of.
All right. So the main reason why is everything came from something, and that something is God?
Yeah, because,
Mm-hmm.
I've been on my research for a long time, well, for some several years, and I found some information from different sources. And actually, everything is about just one thing.
Everything is about just
Yeah,
one
one
thing?
thing. Buddhism and Christianity and some other things. Every religion is just different words, but about one thing.
It's about one thing.
One thing. Yeah,
Okay.
one truth. And it seems
Um,
pretty simple.
okay. Could we talk about this reason first, real quick?
Yeah.
So is this accurate? Would you say that everything came from something, that something is God? Is that what you're thinking?
At least no. And I knew they would do this because I remember they kind
Well, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, and is that true? That something is God? That's what?
Well, there are a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things we do not know about. And we live in the really small world. And there are a lot of things we can comprehend with our mind and we can't comprehend with our mind. And I believe, yeah, everything came from God. We came from Him.
How did you determine that this is the case?
How did I determine that it is the case? Well, as I told you, I found some resources, and well, actually, if you look at every religion and in every way, people try to search themselves.
Okay.
It's everything about one thing, and this one thing is God.
Okay. Just so I'm understanding you clearly, people search themselves, and this thing is God. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
if
saying?
they ask themselves, what is the question of my existence here? And that is why they created religion, Christianity and Islam and Buddhism and others. I don't know all of them. But that is the way to know why we're here. Religion.
It's a way.
It's a way, yeah. So everything is pretty about one thing, but the different words.
Are these ways true? Are they accurate?
Not completely, because it's some kind of we have a picture, and you look at the picture, but you see just one spot on this picture. This one spot you see is you can see it by the religion, but you can't see all the picture.
Okay.
You know what I
so,
mean?
So only it's like a blind man and the elephant type of thing.
It's, for example, if you have your opinion, I can say that this opinion is true or it can be false. But again, if it is false, there's a part of truth in it. You know what I mean?
Are you saying if someone has an opinion about something, that opinion is part of the truth,
Part of the truth, even if it is false.
even if it is false?
Yeah, it can be completely false. There is always part of the truth.
Okay. So just so I'm understanding, what would you say is the main reason why that something is God?
Why is that? You see, we try to find the explanation of everything, but some things you can't just explain.
Some things you can't explain.
It can't explain. It just exists, you know?
It just exists.
Yeah.
Is just saying something exists make it true?
All right, all right. Were there in your life some moments like you did something and you didn't even recognize that you did it?
Okay.
Like
yeah.
you run 10 meters and you're like, whoa, or you walk just a block and whoa, I walked a block. I even didn't notice about that, you know? And you did not know, you don't remember what happened when you crossed that street or you walked that block, you know? So, but it happened, and you can actually explain that.
How does that relate to the God just existing?
Well, because you can't explain by your mind spiritual world. Your mind is like a filter, and whatever you receive from the spiritual world is coming from that filter, and it's actually not the truth, but it's like perverted a little bit.
How do we know the spiritual world exists or that it gives us anything?
There is no
accurate?
proof.
No proof.
There is no proof. That is the point, that you can't find the proof in everything. That's the most interesting thing. It just exists.
Do you want to believe? Does it matter to you if this is true or not?
It is true.
It is true.
Yeah, it is true.
How could we know if it's true if there's no proof?
Believe.
Belief?
Yeah.
Is just believing in something a reliable way to come to a belief?
Yeah. It's pretty simple, you know? Very simple.
Could people be mistaken about their beliefs?
Of course, they can be mistaken. Yeah, definitely.
Could it be possible someone could be mistaken about a belief like this?
Yeah. Yeah, but their choice, you know?
It's a choice.
Yeah. You always have a choice.
Can you choose to believe in things and make it true?
Make it true. What do you mean make it true?
Like, how does choice relate to the truth of a belief?
Make it true. Make it true. Oh, you just believe in it. I don't know.
Just believe.
You just believe.
Okay. Would you say 10 out of 10 confidence is the most?
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10
Yeah,
confidence.
even more.
Is even more.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Even though you just believe and you choose to believe it's true? That's the main reason why?
Well, of course, I'm just, I was not born and saying, all right, I believe. No, I believe because, well, I was on my way to find what is the reason I'm here, And I found different, as I told you, different resources
Okay.
and different information about that. And pretty simple is everything about one thing. And this one thing is that God created the world and, well, I won't tell you everything because, I will answer the questions you do not want to hear. So,
Well, I'm also very interested in what this belief does for you as well.
this belief,
Like if you woke up tomorrow morning without the belief, how would you see yourself? How would you be any different? What
well,
would you lose?
First thing, you should understand what a belief is.
What is that?
What is that? What is that? Well, for example, you have the commandments, like 10 commandments, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're not just saying that you believe in God, but through the keeping these commandments, like love the closest person to you, and do not kill, do not steal, and so on and so forth, you believe in that way, and you just not believe, but you do, and by your action you can say that you believe. Something like that.
So you're saying this belief, like the Ten Commandments, and the belief in general, talks about love and morals, and that allows you to have these things, or allows you to make sense of them. Is that what you're saying?
Not just that, but yeah. Yeah, this
Okay.
is the part of it.
Is it possible to make sense of these things like love and morality without this belief? Is there a way to get there without it?
Love, what is love?
What do you think it is?
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I don't know. Like
You don't
it's,
know?
it's a feeling, I guess.
A feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it is said that there is no more love than when you can give your life for your friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably love is when you have no ego and you just serve people. That is love.
It's like a selfless thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as like morality,
Morality.
could someone be moral without a belief like this?
Yeah, morality is actually created by ourselves. We created it. It's not created, by the spiritual world. We created it.
Okay.
But I don't know, morality. Why not? Let it be.
Okay. So that doesn't relate to this
It,
belief.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I think no.
But the explanation for the universe, for how we got here, that relates to the belief.
You see, you make it a little bit complicated.
Okay.
Just pretty simple.
Okay.
Just God exists, and just everything came from Him, and that's it. Pretty simple.
All right. Well, I don't want to.
100% confidence.
Gotcha. Well,
You gave me a 10 scale, 10 scales, yeah.
yeah.
So I can tell you 20 or whatever you like. It's
All right.
infinite.
Well, I think I understand.
You
where
know,
you're coming from.
when we try to think about this, we put ourselves, like our mind in the, thinking. We already, it's already false.
What?
When we put ourselves to thinking,
Yeah.
but think about something, how can you think about spirit? You can't think about it. We try to make sense of something, but we can't do that.
Should we?
Whenever you try to start to think, have you ever tried to stop thinking?
I tried to meditate.
You try to
and
meditate, but have you ever tried to stop thinking?
I don't think that's. No, I haven't tried that.
No.
I don't think I'm in control of that.
You see, it's chaos. But yeah, we try to make sense of something. We try to think, and try to find something, go deep in that, and we confuse ourselves. But it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You don't even think about that.
Okay. If we
To
can
make it
yeah.
simpler, more simple, like there's a way to think, there's a way not to think. And the way not to think is probably the most truth you can find in yourself.
The most truth you can find in yourself.
Yeah. Thinking is like, it's an equipment, that was given to us. It's like an instrument. You need how to go to work, you should think about that. All right, think about that. You need how to, invent something. All right, you can think about that. But when you can't control thinking and you try to think about the things you should actually not to think and try to make sense of it, you're already confused.
So you're saying when we try to make sense of something, we would ultimately fail at that? Is that what you're saying? Or we should just believe?
Yeah.
But have we made sense of anything?
Sense of anything.
Yeah.
Not completely. No.
Not
You
completely.
can even say that 100% we made sense of something, you know? And you actually tell me, do you think how your liver works? Do you think how you breathe? No, you don't.
Do we have explanations for those things?
We
That-
have explanations,
that
but
are
you actually
accurate?
don't think about that.
No.
It just happens, you know?
Would believing
You don't think when you sleep.
No.
It just happens to you.
If someone believed that a god controlled those things, would that be accurate?
Well, that's the question.
Okay.
That's the question. It's
Yeah.
hard to talk about God because, you know, he's like endless. And to find him, you can do that. But to find him completely, I don't think that it is possible.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I think I
How can you
understand.
find something that didn't have a beginning and doesn't have an end? You can't do that.
We can't do that.
Can we?
I don't know if it manifested itself in some way. If we could detect it, can we? Is there any way to test this belief at all?
Test this belief again. You see, you try to test. Just let it go. You know,
Just let it go.
let it go. Like kids. That's why Jesus he said, "Be like a kid." Kids, they don't think. Do you remember a lot from your childhood?
A little bit.
Little bit, not a lot.
Not a lot. No.
Not a lot. What was your first memory?
Probably like driving with my mom in a car, listening
How
to
old were
some
you?
Michael Jackson. Maybe 3 years old or something.
How old were you?
Maybe 3 years old or something.
3 years old. But you don't actually remember what happened before that. 2 years old, or 1 year old, or before that. You see?
Uh huh. How does that relate to a God existing?
Well, it relates to the point that kid he just lives the life. He just lives, you know, just go through it. And he don't even think about that. And then we start to think, you know, about the problems and environment surrounds us. So we try to think and about something to find sense of something, but we actually can't. Can't do that. Point me out the one scientist who discovered what is actually love. No one did that. Only just theories. And again, those theories, they had the part of truth, if even they're false. But none of them, even, I would say, well, it is hard for me to say, but none of them definitely 100% truth. No.
If someone could explain to us, to our satisfaction, sufficiently what love is, would that change your confidence about the God?
Someone who?
Anybody.
Anybody.
If someone could explain to you how that happens or what it is without this belief.
Well, again, if he tells us or she tells us that the person, it can be true, but if it falls, there's again a part of truth in it.
There's a part of truth in it?
Part of truth in it, yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's a big topic.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you.
Yeah, you see, we already try to think about things like make it hard. What sense of how do we, you know, how do we do that and do these? Someone tries to explain it. Just let it go. Just don't think about that. It's pretty simple.
Just don't think about it.
Yeah, don't think about that.
If someone valued truth, should they not think about their beliefs?
I don't know. Think about their beliefs. Yeah, you can think about that. Can do that, but you won't find sense in it. Completely? No. You will confuse yourself.
If someone valued truth, can they sufficiently come to a belief, like with a reliable method?
Yeah. There are a lot of ways, I think. Yeah.
It's just letting it go or just believing a
Just let
reliable
it
method?
go. Yeah. Pretty simple. Just don't make it complicated. Pretty simple, yeah.
Okay. Well, all right.
Yeah.
I think I understand where you're coming from. Thanks again for Toly for
Thank
the
you for your time
conversation.
too. Thank you.
Have a great day.